Hello, guys. So, quick one. You know, in Proverbs 22, verse 5, where it says that we should train up a child the way that they should go, and that when they are old, they will not depart from it. Okay, let me read my version, NLT version. Direct your children onto the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it. You know that when we hear this scripture, what usually comes to our mind is the generic things like raising up your child to know God, raising up your child to love God, raising up your child to follow God, and all of that. Yeah. But then, I think it's also beyond that. Some of us, your children already have prophecy over their lives that you know. You know what that prophecy is. God has told you specifically, whether He has told you by yourself or He has told you through somebody, told you through a pastor, told you through whoever, that is genuine. Underline genuine. God has told you what your child is going to be. This scripture in Proverbs 22, verse 6 is saying that you should train them along that path of that prophecy. Let them know. First of all, start by telling them every day that this is what God said that you will be. God said that you will be a prophet to the nations. God said that you will serve Him. God said that you will be an evangelist. God said that you have been called to the healing ministry. Tell them, let them know, let them be aware of God's hand upon their lives. Let them be aware that God has a special assignment for them. Then begin to train them in that path. Pastor Ezeh, I watched one of his videos. He was talking about how his mother raised him. Pastor Jerry's mother put in the work. That woman, she really put in the work. He talked about how his mother would see him go in a different way and be telling him, be sounding it into his head that this is not what God said. This is not what God told me. Even when he got a job, because his mother said God told him that he was going to be a prophet to the nations. He was going to serve God mightily. So when he got a job, like a normal job, a career, his mother was telling him that this is not what God told me. This is not what God told me. And it wasn't making any sense to him. But guess where he ended up? And he acknowledges the fact that the life that he's living now is as a result of all the sacrifices that his mother made. Is a result of most of the prayers that his mother made. Because he said that he's living a life of answered prayers, not prayers that he prayed by himself, not prayer points that he found himself consciously praying, but that they were prayer points that he constantly heard his mother praying over him. That's the life he's living now. Okay, so back to Proverbs 22, verse 6. Direct your children onto the right path. Train your children the way that they should go. And when they're old, they will not depart from it. I'm interpreting the scripture along the lines of training your children according to the call that God has placed on their lives. If you don't know what God has called your child to be, ask that it be revealed to you in the place of prayer. Ask that God should show you what it is that He has placed on your child, so that you, as the vessel that brought him into this life, will play your role in ensuring that he follows that path, that he doesn't depart from it, so that when he grows old, he will surely not depart from it, so that he will walk in that call. He will walk in that call that God has placed on him or her. So that's another dimension to Proverbs 22, verse 6. It's not just about training your child the way they should go, like teaching them how to live a moral life, teaching them to know God, to serve God, to worship God, and all of that, and read their Bible and go to church and all of that. It goes beyond that. Let them know what God has said that they will be. It will actually help them, because do you know that when a child knows that this is what God has called me to be, this is the unction that God has placed upon my life, it will help them to be responsible. When they find themselves among certain friends, they will always remember that God said I will be a prophet. God said I will do this. God said that this is what I will be. That is what I will be. They will find themselves unconsciously walking towards it. It will call them to order most of the time. It will prevent them from doing certain things. But when they don't know, when they are ignorant of it, they will be living a life of anything goes. They are supposed to know. Why would they not know? If God has told you as their parents, then tell them that this is what God has said you will be. If you have a vision about them, tell them. If God showed it to you in a dream, tell them. Let them know. And then you can take it a step further by asking God to also show them directly, so that it will help them to build a structure around their lives and help them to be determined to get to that point where they are being used by God in the way that He destined to use them. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely pray that this video made a lot of sense to you, that you understand it the way that I meant it, that you actually got my heart, what I was trying to explain in this video. Thank you again. Stay safe, stay blessed, and see you in the next one. Bye.